Bring in 7 Eyewitness News morning anchor Ed Drantch. You have a cousin that works at that school, and you've been texting back and forth.
Yeah, you know, this is an awful situation for everyone involved. And when you hear about Broward County, you always think about, well, my family lives there. Could this possibly affect them? And today it did. And thank God she's okay. We've been texting back and forth all afternoon. One of her students, though, was shot. And to hear that from her is frightening. It's scary. And to know that she, in fact, was involved in this, in some capacity, involved in a lockdown with her students inside of the classroom, stuck, can't go anywhere, it's alarming, to say the least. And, you know, so often we, as journalists, disassociate ourselves emotionally. But today you kind of take your journalistic hat off, put it aside, and realize how devastating this is for our nation and how devastating this is for a community.
Talk about this hitting close to home for you. You mentioned that one of her students was shot. Do you have a condition on the student?
As far as we know at this point, she was okay, taken to the hospital, and, you know, there are multiple victims is what they're saying. And, you know, Jeff, you also mentioned the middle school is right nearby. I have a cousin, a 12-year-old cousin who's in that school too, also on lockdown. And you know, often he would go to her school after school, and when you see the video on social media that I'm sure we'll see throughout the night and later on in this broadcast of the shots being fired inside of that classroom, we are so lucky that there aren't more fatalities, and so lucky to think that my family is safe, and it's chilling to think that they could have been alternatively hurt or killed, and again, I can't even put into words how lucky we are and how thankful we are that they're safe.
Yes, we are so happy to hear that your cousin is safe and that you've been able to be in communication, because that's another thing. A lot of these families are not able to get in communication with their children who go to the school.
So anxious and terrifying. I can't even imagine what that'd be like.
Well, and they train for this. You know, teachers are our heroes, right? They keep our kids safe on a daily basis, and we prepare for the worst, hoping that it never happens. And then to see that it does happen, you know, it's another school shooting in another community, and once again a community is having to deal with the fallout of all of this. And again, this is something that hits way too close to home, as you mentioned.
Ed, thank you for bringing this to us. Please do us a favor as this continues to develop. Stay in touch with your cousin and keep us posted throughout the night as to how she is doing and how everything is going.
Will do. I'll be on the morning show again tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated as well.
All right,
thank you,
Ed.